let's get it right the first time. So that way there is no holdup for anybody. I just made some notes on these pay apps where, people either, like Jeff was saying, make a few common mistakes. Number 7 here, previous billing, it's not really spelled out 100% clear in my opinion. We are working on refining these forms a little bit, but I did want to let everyone know it's a net total of previous billings, not your gross. So previous billings would be what's been paid from the first one to, if this is your 20th, that would be the total. A lot of people ask about the date up here. It does not have to be, your pay app does not have to be dated the 20th. You can date it if you're turning them in on the 18th or the 19th, or you can date it through the end of the month. That part really doesn't matter to us. Pay application number, if it's your first one, second one, all the way through 20th, it just helps me run through the packets faster if I actually have the pay app number. Unfortunately, a lot of people make mistakes here, and it does, then slow me down. And then the number 9, the balance to finish, that is including retention. So when we get down to the retention pay app, that very last one will be what's going to be due. You want to go to the next page, Jeff? And then, like Jeff was saying, you don't have to use, thank you, Jeff, right there. You don't have to use our form if your accounting software will produce something very similar, but also very detailed. We just supply this for smaller subcontractors that may not have it. And I did try and formulate it the best so you can autofill. It will not calculate it for you. Unfortunately, this is a Word document that's then turned into a PDF. And unfortunately, no, we do not have it on Excel at this point. That's something else that I'm working on. Hopefully in the future we can have, so it will have the formulas in. But this one's, to me, is pretty self-explanatory. You can always copy, and paste another page if you need more, or if you need help. Again, call me and I'll send you as many copies of these as you need. Can you go to the waivers? Oh, right there. Wait, go back. I'm sorry. Just one other thing is on the suppliers list, it's not just your suppliers. As you can see there in red, you need to list anyone you're purchasing material from. And when I don't mean like Home Depot, but like Ferguson or HD or, a larger supplier. If you're using a subcontractor, we have to know that because we have to get insurance. Kara Kent has to have that. If you're hiring a labor company, we need to know that. Or if you're renting any equipment, we need to know that. Just keep in mind, if it's being installed on our job, or if they're stepping foot on our job, we must know about it. It's no ifs, ands, or buts, because what will happen is the field guys will end up telling me there's someone out there, and then guess what? It's going to delay your payout because now we got to go backtrack. This one is also something that a lot of people have a problem kind of understanding, and this is just more or less kind of a general estimate for us to be looking at when you guys are billing for material. The column B is the total paid to date to your suppliers, subs, rental companies, so forth. Column C, we do understand because you're turning it in on the 20th, you're not going to be able to project what you're going to pay or owe your supplier. So it doesn't, these numbers don't have to be 100% accurate because again, you're turning it in on the 20th and you're projecting to the end of the month. But it just helps all of us kind of make sure that, because our goal is to ensure that you're billing enough to cover your bills. And, if something happens and you didn't bill enough, then maybe Jeff, can work with you and we can, revise your billing. things do happen, you know, but that's why we try to keep these pay apps as detailed as possible, so not only we can help you, but you don't get in a bind. But again, this form, the numbers do not have to 100% match, so don't freak out about that. And then I just highlighted a few areas again here where a lot of people kind of don't necessarily read these waivers or fully understand. Please make sure the through date is through the end of the month, because again, you're projecting. So the amount listed on these waivers is your net amount due, because that's the amount the check is actually going to be, and it does need to be dated through the end of that month. And please keep in mind and relay this to, you know, whomever's filling these out. These are legal documents. These documents must be completed correctly, signed and notarized and filled out completely. Otherwise, this one little piece of paper will hold everything up. And this is an unconditional. This one I generally will send when I mail you your check. But again, you have this form in your packets, and it is your responsibility to get these back to me, stating that you did receive your money and you were paid, and, you know, in order for the next payment to come. And then you have your supplier waivers. These waivers are to be, again, dated through the end of the month from your supplier. Anyone that's not real familiar with this, please give me a call and I'll be more than happy to explain the best way to collect these. But do not, I repeat, do not collect them on the 20th and turn them in with your packet, because I'm just going to send it back to you. These need to be the total amount due or paid to your supplier, subcontractor, rental company, so forth, through the end of the month we're going to be funding. Again, it's a little bit too much to go into at this point, but, you know, again, if you don't understand or you just need clarification, please, please, please call me. Also, keep in mind, again, these are legal documents. Everything on these waivers are 100% word for word straight from the Texas Construction Association website. These waivers have been passed. They are Texas approved, and they, again, they're legal documents. They have to be completed and notarized. And I think that was all I really had.
All right, Tracy, do you want to give everybody your phone number?
Sure.
Or extension?
Yeah. So if everybody's ready, it's 512-401-8882, extension 133. And also, just, I'm not sure, you know, if we have admin people or just PMs or accounting people on the call right now, but when Kara Kent sent the packets, I believe she also includes a job information sheet that has my email address as well. And it also has Kara's information as well. Kara takes care of all the insurance, contracts, and change orders. And if for any reason you cannot get a hold of me, you can also call Kara and she can hunt me down. If for some reason you just can't seem to get a hold of me, but I answer my phone regardless.
Excellent. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody at all? It looks like everybody's muted. So if you're asking a question right now, you're muted, but.
Hi, Tracy.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you type in your email address right there as well so we can have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Tracy, do you want to mention the importance of sending the pay application package to the accounts payable email?
Yeah, thank you for putting that, Jeff. I totally forgot about that. So please send invoices, payment packets to the accounts payable email there that Jeff just put on there for us. You're welcome to email me directly for other questions, or when you're going to be sending the waivers over, you'll send those directly to me. But your billing packet every month must be sent to this accounts payable email address. And the reason being is all of our staff members here, all the PMs for all the jobs can access this particular email address. And every month I go through it when billings are due and I move these emails into their job folders. So then Jeff and whomever else can go in there and pull them and start looking at them, and it helps move things along a whole lot faster for everybody. So please, please, please make a huge note of that they must go to that accounts payable, because if they go to my email or Jeff's email, we get probably 50, 60 emails a day, and it could get missed, which means your billing is going to be put off until the next month.
Thank you for that information.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anybody else on the line have another question? All right, I think that's going to wrap us up. I recorded the last portion of this where when Tracy started talking, I neglected to start when I did, but I've got a separate video on our schedule of values and how to properly do it that I've actually already sent out to everyone, but I'll include it as part of this this video. But we will upload this video to YouTube, and you'll be able to access it on our YouTube page for this particular project, along with our plan grid training. And like I said, I've also got the schedule of values training that's our expectation that's already uploaded. So we appreciate everyone's time, and you know, like we said, if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to Tracy, myself, or Kara, and we'll get you taken care of.
Thank you, everybody, for attending. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.